Hey guys, I am here with this. This is the 2022 Volvo XC60. Let's take a look. Before I do, please go ahead and subscribe. So what's new for 2022 in the Volvo XC60 are two new powertrains, and they're calling these mild hybrids. These are to replace the T5 and the T6, and they make it easy and make it all rhyme, so it's the B5 and the B6. So what's a mild hybrid, right? That's the first question. Essentially, a mild hybrid is one that is not plugged in. So essentially, it's doing all its hybridization under the hood. You don't have to do a thing. With the B5 and the B6, it brings the miles per gallon for this vehicle to about 25 miles per gallon combined. Also new for the 2022 XC60 are a few design changes, so let's talk those through. You guys may have noticed that there's a new, more aggressive front end. So you'll see the intake down here. So that's the high gloss grille. Also, the logo here has a lot of the safety systems. So what they've done here is it's actually heated so that if you're in a cold climate, it doesn't mess with your sensors or your cameras. Of course, Volvo, thank you very much. The other thing that you'll notice is on the back end, part of Volvo's strategy for the coming years is by 2030, they want to be a fully electric brand. So what they've done is they've removed all of the, essentially what we call tailpipes off of this rear bumper because they're saying they don't want to celebrate CO2 emissions. And I think it's cool that they're putting their money where their mouth is. Way to go. God, this is a great looking vehicle. Another thing that's great about the 2022 XC60 is the technology, right? So as you guys may know, Volvo and Polestar are sister companies, and Polestar was the first vehicle to have the Google Suite native to its technology, and they brought that technology over to the 2022 XC60. So what does that mean? That means we've got Google Play, Google Maps, and the great Google Assistant. So I was just sitting here driving this vehicle and I was like, hey Google, turn on my seat warmer. And it did. You can also, if you have a smart home, you can drive up to your house and say, hey Google, turn on my lights. And it will turn on the lights in your house. They have a little video of that. I hope I can show it to you. So in the coming weeks and months, there are going to be over-the-air updates for this vehicle. So that means you'll be able to have things like Android Auto, CarPlay for Apple, and Sirius XM. So you'll basically get everything you ever wanted in vehicles technology. Right on. So when I say Volvo, you think safety, right? So what have they done to upgrade their safety suite for 2022? There are two things. One, ready to drive notification, and that is exactly what it sounds like. So let's say you're at a stoplight, we've all been there, and you're distracted yelling at your kids or maybe checking your phone, and the guy ahead of you drives away. Well, before the guy behind you can honk his horn or flash his white lights, there will be a little sound alerting you that it's time to go. I think that's cool. There's also this emergency stop assist. So essentially, if the vehicle senses that you've had something like a heart attack or a stroke, it will pull the vehicle over in an area that it deems to be safe, and it will turn on your hazards and call 911. That is fantastic. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what kind of mileage we're getting and what the performance is around these mild hybrid engines. So in the B5, the horsepower is 247, and for our torque, we've got 258 foot-pound, and we've got an acceleration of 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. And then in the B6, we've got 295 horsepower 310 foot-pound of torque, and an acceleration of 5.9 seconds from 0 to 60. Okay, so where does that leave us with the 2022 XC60? Listen, I never hesitate to recommend this vehicle because I just feel like it's the perfect size, it's beautiful on the interior, it's incredibly comfortable, and the safety suite just really can't be beat. So what makes this kind of special? Well, to be honest, I know a lot of you aren't really down with plugging in your vehicle and you're not ready to go fully electric. I get that. So this mild hybrid gives you the great MPG without having to deal with any of that. And with this new Android suite, it gives us a lot of the functionality that we're used to at home. We can yell at "Hey Google," and then you get your Apple CarPlay as well. So is it the best of both worlds? Pretty much.